Hi, everyone. I'm Vivian. For those of you who don't know, I'm a professional photographer and I am also a business mentor. And I want to share something about setting boundaries and knowing your worth. Because I had this morning, I had a small incident that reminded me of a situation I had this year in the season at the beach. I'm originally from Germany, but I live in Mykonos in Greece. So this year I was at the beach. I had a photo shoot with a kite surfer, and we just finished. And I was at the beach with my camera when a guy approached me, and he was asking me about my prices and my packages and yeah, all this. And I told him what I charge. I told him how it all works. And he looked at me and he said, "Well, no, that's too expensive." And I said, "Well, okay, that's fine. Don't worry." And I was about to go. And he started a discussion, or he wanted to start a discussion. He was telling me how much he would think my service is worth and how much he would pay me for one picture. Well, obviously he didn't know me because that's not the best thing to do with me. So I didn't even engage in this discussion, and I just told him, "Listen, if you don't value my work and what I do, because you maybe probably don't know how much work is involved. It is not just I'm standing here in the beach or I am in the water and clicking the shutter button a few times and then the photograph appears out of thin air and in your Instagram account. No, there's some steps in between, and there's a lot of work for me included and involved. Plus, if I shoot from the water or even from the beach, I put myself at risk out there. The risk to get a kite dropped on my head, to get run over by a kite surfer that maybe can't control his board, whatever. And it doesn't matter if I wear safety equipment and a helmet and then a life vest or whatever, still I put myself out there at risk. And I don't discuss this. This is my price, period. If you don't think it's not worth it, that is totally fine. I understand. So have a good day, just move on and look for another photographer who maybe does it for the price you think it's worth it. But I'm not discussing my prices with you. Not with you, not with anyone else. So I think he was a bit irritated by my answer because he probably thought, like he was way older than me. He probably thought like, it's a young woman. I want to say girl, but it's a young woman. So, like I just tell her what I give her and that's it. And it's probably also the way he was used like getting around life. And I thought just like, no, it's absolutely no way. And some of his friends were with him, and when he left, the friends told me, "It's like, Vivian, don't take it personal. He's like that. Like he's with money. If it comes to money, he is like that. He doesn't want to spend anything, and just it has nothing to do with you personally. So just like don't take any offense." And I said, "No, I don't. But I'm not discussing my work, and I'm not discussing my the worth or the value of my work. If he doesn't like it, that's fine. He doesn't have to like my prices or my work, but then he's not my customer, period." So, well, yeah, as I said, he was clearly irritated by that. So he obviously wasn't used to this. So about, I don't know, 2 weeks later or something, I was at the beach by accident. I just wanted to talk to someone, and I had my camera with me in the car. And he came up to me running over the beach. He's like, "Vivian, Vivian." It's like, "It's my son is in the water. He's kite surfing. Yeah, look at that guy with the blue kite." And I said, "Okay, please take some pictures of him. It's he's going to another country and he will be leaving soon. And I want to have the pictures as a surprise for my wife." Okay. I didn't say much at that time. I just looked at him, and before I could say anything, he looked at me and he said, "I pay you, I pay you." I said, "Okay. So how many pictures you want to have?" So yeah, like about 5 pictures. Okay, perfect. So I got my camera and I did the shoot with his son, who wasn't even aware that I was there shooting him. And I think even the same day in the evening, I delivered the pictures to him, and I always deliver my picture in an online gallery where you or the customer can choose the best pictures. So he chose his pictures, and he said to me, he's like, "Wow, Vivian, we're so impressed. Like, really, so great. I really really like the pictures. I'm really impressed. This is good work. You're so talented. Perfect." After that, he became one of my best customers. I had many, many shoots with him afterwards. He called me from different beaches, like asking me, "Well, do you have time? Could you come? I want to have some pictures here. I want to have some pictures there." And we did a lot of stuff together. And of course, after that, after a few sessions, I gave him a discount. He got a better price for me. But just because we were doing a lot of work together and because we got to know each other better, and I knew that he was reliable, and if he would say, "Come on, we do the shooting here and I want to have X amount of pictures," that I knew if he says it, I can rely on it, that's gonna happen. So obviously I don't do this kind of thing like offering discounts or whatever in the beginning, or even go somewhere if I don't get the cash in advance with people I don't know. But we sort of developed a relationship, like business relationship, over the time, and it really worked out well. And by the end of the season, before he left, we met at a party, and we were talking to another guy, and he came there, and he said to the other guys like, "Wow, she's a very very talented photographer and a very tough businesswoman." And I had to laugh, and I told him, it's like, "Okay, I take this as a compliment." And he said, "No, really, it's like, I mean, it's good, but in the beginning, it was really tough working with you." And I said, "Well, yeah, but you can't just go to someone and tell them, I think your work is worth X amount of money. No, this doesn't work. I mean, yeah, if you want to do that, you can do that, and maybe it works with some people, but it clearly doesn't work with me, and it shouldn't also work with you guys. So know your worth, know your boundaries. It doesn't matter if you're a photographer or you do any other work in the world. It doesn't matter. Know your worth, know your value, and know the value of your work, and don't let people walk over you. This is not how it's supposed to be." And also, I when I had the initial discussion with him, I told him, excuse me, if you go into a hotel and you ask the receptionist how much the hotel room costs, and he tells you the price, and you think it's too expensive to just sleep there and stay for one night or a few hours, you also don't tell the receptionist, maybe you could remove the cupboard because I don't need it, because I won't unpack my bag, so I won't use the cupboard. So if you remove that, maybe can I get a better price? No, you don't do that. And also, I probably think no receptionist in the world would give you a better price, and nobody would remove the cupboard because you don't need it. The cupboard is in there. It's part of the deal. It's part of the hotel room. It's part of the package. If you don't want it, if you don't need it, well, that's your problem, not the hotel's problem or the receptionist's problem. So just know your worth and stick to your boundaries. And if people don't book with you because of that, because they don't like your prices, or they don't like the way you sell it, or they don't like your work, or whatever it is, then they are simply not your customers. They are simply not your kind of customers, and they are simply not people you want to work with, because these people will give you problems all the time. Also, like when you finish a shoot and then you deliver the pictures, and then they have something here and then have something there, and they don't like this and they don't like that, and in the end you again have to discuss your work, and again you have to discuss your price or whatever. No, absolutely not. You know your worth. You know the value of your work. You have your prices, you have your packages, and that's it. Period. Just be clear and transparent right from the start. Talk about it openly. Tell them what they get. Tell them how it works. Be transparent. Make sure they understand how it all works. And that's it. And of course, I mean, the pricing is a different thing. If you that's up to you entirely what you do, if you charge upfront or if you charge a certain percentage to pay upfront and then the rest afterwards. That's entirely up to you. And I also have my own processes in place for this. Normally, when we're talking about kite surfing or surfing action sports photos, normally I charge upfront, for especially for people I don't know and that I have never worked with before. But if I have customers that I work with all the time and that I know quite well, and I know even if they are there, they are about to go in the water. Of course, they don't have the money in their pocket. That's fine for me. Then they tell me, oh, can you just please take some pictures if you're free now, whatever. Of course, I do that because I know they're gonna pay me. But that's a different thing. That this is not the process how it should be. This is not how you set it up from the beginning. Like you have to make sure that you get your money. You have to make sure you get paid for your work, and you also have to make sure that you are valued for your work. And I can tell you this: if you sell a photo, whatever it is, for, let's say, I don't know, like $10 or €10, the value, the perceived value of your work will be completely different than if you would charge, I don't know, 60 or 70 or €80 for your photo. It is a completely different thing. Of course, it is a completely different kind of customers that you attract also with it. And the people that would pay you, I don't know, €80 or dollars for a photo, no, the other way around. The people that would pay you €10 or dollars for a photo would probably not pay you €80 or 60 or whatever the number is, doesn't matter. But you have to make sure that you are aligned with your prices and that you feel good about what you offer and that you feel good about your prices. And of course, you have to do the calculations and the maths for yourself. You have to know, like, how much do I need to earn, that my time is covered, that my equipment is covered, that everything is covered, and that I still make a little bit of profit out of it. Because that's the point. We are photographers. We have to live from something. We can't just live by air and love. Would be great, but no. So you have to do your calculations. That's the first thing. Of course, you have to know how much do you have to earn. And well, then it is up to you. But I can tell you this: even if you charge higher prices with risk of losing a percentage of people that would buy from you because they think it's too expensive or they can't afford it, that is fine. But the people who do buy from you, although you have higher prices, they are the people that value your work. They are the people that understand what you're doing and that understand what is behind. It is not just being there and clicking the shutter button and that's it. No, it's way more. And you want to work with people that value you and that value your work. So have your boundaries, know your worth, and don't let anyone walk over you. And don't get into discussions. Tell them what you offer, tell them your packages, period. That's it. No discussions, no nothing. All right? So yeah. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you had similar experiences or situations or whatever. I would love to hear your stories. And well, have a great day. Bye bye.